Forget the horned helmets and romanticized sagas. The true history of the Vikings is far more brutal and complex than popular myth suggests. These were not just savage raiders. They were skilled navigators, cunning traders, and fierce warriors who reshaped medieval Europe. Join us as we delve into the gritty reality, debunking common misconceptions and revealing the true nature of these legendary Norsemen. This is the brutal truth about Viking warriors. Prepare to see them as they truly were. Viking combat was not a romanticized dance. It was a chaotic, visceral struggle for survival, often fueled by a terrifying, almost supernatural ferocity. The Berserkers, in particular, were legendary for their trance-like states, entering battle with an almost inhuman disregard for pain. Their attacks were swift, brutal, and designed to instill terror, breaking enemy lines with sheer, overwhelming force. The shield wall was their primary defensive formation, a formidable barrier of interlocking shields and spears, moving as one. Within this wall, individual duels erupted, a cacophony of steel on wood, grunts, and the cries of the wounded. Every blow was meant to kill, every parry to save a life. There was no glory in hesitation, only death. Their weapons were extensions of their will, simple, functional, and brutally effective. Each notch told a story of battle. The bearded axe, a common tool and weapon, was particularly devastating, capable of cleaving through shields and armor. These were not ceremonial pieces, but instruments of war, honed by countless skirmishes and raids across the continent. Beyond the battlefield, the Vikings engaged in practices that cemented their fearsome reputation. Their spiritual world was intertwined with sacrifice and ritual. Around bonfires, under the watchful eyes of their gods, they performed rites that could be both sacred and terrifying. One of the most infamous legends is the Blood Eagle, a gruesome execution method designed to honor Odin and instill ultimate fear. While its historical accuracy is debated, the mere threat of such a fate was enough to strike terror into the hearts of their enemies. Their raids were not random acts of violence but calculated strikes, often targeting wealthy, undefended monasteries. The clash between pagan warriors and terrified monks represented a collision of worlds, a brutal testament to their expansion. These raids brought immense wealth and resources back to Scandinavia, fueling their society and further expeditions. Yet, beneath the warrior exterior, Viking society was complex, with defined roles and a strong sense of community. Women, like the legendary Lagertha, held significant power and could fight alongside men, commanding respect and loyalty. Their training was rigorous, instilling the discipline necessary to survive the brutal realities of their world. But the Vikings were not solely raiders. They were also astute merchants, establishing vast trade networks across Europe and beyond. Furs, amber, silver, and slaves were traded for exotic goods, connecting distant lands and cultures. These markets were vital hubs, showcasing their adaptability and economic prowess, a stark contrast to their warrior image. The legacy of the Vikings endures, etched into history not just by their conquests, but by their culture and exploration. Their funeral rites, like the burning longship, symbolized a journey to the afterlife, a final, fiery farewell. Ragnar and Lagertha, figures of myth and history, represent the duality of the Viking spirit, fierce and resilient. Their story, and the story of their people, is a testament to human endurance, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of glory. The Vikings were more than just raiders. They were traders, explorers, and legends whose impact echoes through time. History is written in blood, but also in the enduring spirit of those who dared to sail into the unknown.